The Prabhu is still not here yet, so we can have still one more kirtan. Maybe Prabhu still here, right? But maybe 4:30, 4:30, 10 minutes more.
I will stop as soon as he comes.
Great.
Maybe we can also start moving up.
Yeah, so everybody can leave, so the new guests can go in the back.
Hare Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Excuse me for being late. Fine. I had a sangha with the machine for the parking. I tried to preach to the machine, but ultimately she surrendered the machine, and I could pay the parking. So I came here. Otherwise, I'd be still standing at the parking machine.
Okay, Hare Krishna. First of all, I'd like to welcome GBC members, His Grace Madhusevita Prabhu and His Grace Rita Chaitanya Prabhu, and also representatives of the Dutch National Council, Her Grace Narayani Mataji and Her Grace Rasa Leela Mataji. Haribol. So today's lecture will be given by His Grace Madhusevita Prabhu, member of the GBC, like I said. What I learned is that Prabhu joined ISKCON in Kathmandu in Nepal
Yeah,
in 1972.
73.
And then a year later he was initiated by Srila Prabhupada
Yeah,
himself.
a few months later.
And since 1992 I think he serves as GBC representative. So every time we have some emergency we run to him and then he saves us.
I give the blessings, and the emergency stays.
Anyway, let's give him a big Haribol!
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Is this for here or for? Is it broadcasted?
Yes it is.
Okay. So, no sensitive topics. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Skapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Vedatishva Padantikam. Okay, today is the appearance day of Vamana Dev. How many of you didn't know? Okay, only you. And two. Okay. What can be done? No, but we'll inform you now. So instead of reading from Bhagavad Gita, if you allow me to, we'll speak about Vamana Dev and the old Leela of Vamana Dev. What caused his appearance? What happened during his appearance, and what was the result of his appearance. So, as you know, in the universe there are two classes of people, devotees and demons, Adityas and Daityas. And the humans, yeah, we are the humans, so-called humans, in Kali Yuga. We are like the field of activity for these entities, whether we may know or not know. But these two classes of entities, they're always clashing with one another. And there are different talas in the universe. Here is Bhumandala, the earth. Above the earth, there are the ghosts. Then you get some nice people like Rakshasas, Yakshas, and people like that. Pretas. Pretas are the vampires. They live above the humans. Above them, the demons. And above them, is Svarga, Bhurbhuva Svaha. There is the paradise where Indra and the Devas live. Now the demons are just like, they have a class fight, they say, well, there's Devas there, they're enjoying like anything. And we are here, they also enjoy the demons. They are a higher type of living entity than the humans. But they're always envious of the Devas. Hey, Haribol, how can you stay at class? At this age I would have probably bite you, and bite my father and say, don't force me to stay at the class. So the demons are always thinking, how can we conquer Svargaloka, the higher planetary system? It's really their, pinpoint concentration. They can't avoid thinking like this. So there are always fights and clashes. Now, the Devas, Indriyari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge, in the Mahavakya of the Bhagavatam, it is said, Etecham Sakalapum Sam Krishna Stuvagavan Swayam, Indriyari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. In the very Mahavakya of the Bhagavatam, it is said that Krishna is there to protect Indra. Indriyari Vyakulam, to protect the Devas, to protect the devotees, the Devas. The Devas are devotees. Although they have some desires, material desires. Hare Krishna, Shishigornitai Ki. So they are protected. Indra and the Devas are protected by Krishna. However, if some offenses are committed, even by the Devas, even by the devotees, then this protection is diminished or is absent. Even. So what happened? One day, Brihaspati, the guru of the Devas, was, coming into the assembly, Indra's assembly, in Amaravati, the capital of the celestial planets. So he was coming in, and Indra was there, with the Apsaras and all the... Everyone was there. Hare Krishna Bhakti Powers. Long time no see. So he was there, and they were praising him, because that's the function, They praise Indra, like that. So Indra was delighted by this praise, and Brihaspati came in, and he didn't rise up from his seat to receive the spiritual master. The result was he got cursed. The Brihaspati got angry, and they lost the protection of their guru, Brihaspati. They lost it. What was the result of this loss? The result of this loss was that Bali Maharaj was the head, the head of the demon, the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, was a great devotee, but, he was born there, and was doing his duty as a good demon. So what we do, we conquer Svarg. What else we gotta do? We have to conquer Svarg. So,
It's not functioning anymore.
it's not functioning, I know this. So, we have to conquer Svarg. So, intelligently, he worshipped his spiritual master. Spiritual master, yes, Sukracharya. Sukracharya is the guru of the demons. Sukra means semen, and Atyacharya, seminal acharya. Means his position is not due to a spiritual advancement, you could say, but is due to seminal, descendancy. even though he's very powerful. Sukracharya has got Mritya Sanjivini. He can bring back some dead guy, bring him back to life, with this Mritya Sanjivini. It's an incredible power that he possesses. Even if you take someone and you make him into molecules, into atoms, it happened once, and throw it in the sea, he brings back all the molecules, and he brings back the guy, the soul within the body. So he's very powerful, even though he's, you could say, a materialistic guru. We will see that later. So he worships his guru, and therefore he gets a lot of power, and he conquers Indraloka. He conquers it. He goes up, he takes it over. He takes it over. It's done. You know, he wins the Champions League, you know, between demons and devotees and devas. So he's there. Now, the mother of the, I'm making it, you know, otherwise it's 8 chapters of Bhagavatam. We will stay here till midnight, so I'll concentrate it, you know. So, Aditi, which is the mother of the devas, she is suffering, like every mother suffers if she sees her children, you know, in a difficult situation. Then you can't do anything about it. You know, they come, you know, a piece of heart, you say, you know, the children are, you know, a piece of heart. So she prays Vishnu. And Vishnu says, yes, I will appear. So, to make a long story not too short, he appears in a wonderful form, which is that of a Brahmana dwarf, blonde, you know, dwarf, small, so cute, you know. When he appears, you know, everyone brings a lot of gifts and praises him. And then what happens? Then he goes to Brigukacha, is the place where the sacrifice, there was a big sacrifice held by Bali Maharaj. Brigukacha, there was, you know, a saintly, you know, area. So he goes there with his kamandalu. You know, it's a child, you know, but he's a dwarf. So it's you know, and he's blonde, and he's, you know, with this little, no Brahmana, little kamandalu, you know, and so, well, why he did that? Why he took that form? So because it's irresistible, you know. And they didn't go like big form, you know, Bali Maharaj, you know, you big demon, I'm bigger than you, and I'm smashing you. No, nothing like that. He took this very cute, you know, sweet form, goes there to Brigukacha, and when he arrives, because Bali Maharaj is a devotee at heart, he immediately feels, oh, wonderful. He feels attraction. While on the other hand, Sukracharya says, oh, here is Vishnu again, that plays a trick, you know. Now again, Vishnu, you know, it's always sneaky, Vishnu. They think like that, the demons think like that. Once I was preaching, I open a parenthesis briefly. I was, you know, to let you understand that some people do think like that about Krishna, about Vishnu. We were on a boat. We used to, you know, Prabhupada inaugurated a boat on the Ganges. It was called Nittai Pada Kamala. This boat, we would sail through the Ganges and stop in different villages with this guitar gun, a small little booklet. The Prabhupada is a Gita in poetry in Bengali. So, and we will distribute this booklet to the villagers, you know. So it's still clear in my memory. I remember once, it was like, you know, we used to go with Gornitai, take them out of the boat, Nitai Pada Kamalan, there's the name of the deities. with a portrait in, and then go through the villages and, you know, give guitar gun. And then one time I meet this guy, very serious, black dressed, with, you know, with suit and, you know, I don't know if he had the tie, I don't remember. Yeah, suit and tie. You know, it's like in a village, you know. And then I hand the guitar gun to him, and he says, no. He said, Hare Krishna. Ha! He said, you're Krishna. Sneaky, he said, you know. Duryodhan and Karna, they were real warriors and, you know, men of honor. That sounds like a mafioso or something, you know. He said, man of honor. He said, Krishna, he told Duryodhan not to go naked in front of Gandhari, so he could be killed by Bhima with, you know, with in these lower parts. Karna, he said, when Indra, disguised as a Brahmana, went there and asked him for his armor and his earrings, you know, which he was born with that stuff, you know. So he was, you know, he took it out, a bloody scene, you know. He took it out of his chest and he gave it to him, even though he knew he was Indra. That's honor, you know. I said, man, yeah, give me a break, you know. And so some people think like this, you know, that the demons, because Karna and Duryodhan, they were actually protected by the demons. When Duryodhan, I mean, I'm going out a little bit of, when Duryodhan was defeated by the Pandavas the first time, the Pandavas protected them from the Gandharva soldiers. The Pandavas protected the Kurus from the attack of the Gandharva soldiers, even though the Kurus wanted to kill the Pandavas. So it was so embarrassing for Duryodhan. He said, now I go into pension, you know, finished. I'm not doing it anymore, you know, finished. Then the demons came within his mind and said, we'll protect you. You and Karma, we'll give you strength, you know, you like the fight, the battle. And so they were demonic. Still, some people, you know, externally don't understand Krishna's purpose. The ultimate purpose for Krishna or for his incarnation, which are, you know, Ramadimurti, Sukalani, Amenatistan, Anavatara, Makarot, Bhuvana, all of them, is to bring perfect bliss, happiness to everyone, including the souls that are in a demon body. But these stupid people don't understand. So, Sukracharya, now, he is of that category, not to, you know, I don't want to commit offenses, but, you know, it may come, you know, a joke from the sky, but he was very materialistic. So while Bali Maharaj, when Vamanadev was approaching, was happy at heart, you know, he was in bliss. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, whatever he wants, I'll give him. You know, he was already thinking like this, Bali. Sukracharya was thinking, no, the sneaky Vishnu is coming and, you know, trying to, you know, mess up everything. So when Vamanadev approaches, Bali Maharaj receives him very, you know, with all his heart. But immediately Sukra says, wait a minute, this is Vishnu. Don't, whatever, you know, I know that, you know, as a Brahmana is coming to ask for something, with a Kamandalu, you know, Brahmanas always ask for something, you know, whatever. So, you know, he's going to beg some, you know, so don't give him anything, otherwise you lose your power, you lose your position, you know, you know, it tells him a lot of stuff. For generations you'll be, you know, there'll be the curse for your family. I mean, it's like, you know, it really tries to convince Bali not to agree. So, but Bali is a devotee. Bali is a devotee at heart, and we'll see later what shows his, you know, real devotion. So when Vamanadeva comes, he says, "What? Ask me anything. You know, what do you want? Villages? You want a Brahmana wife?" You know, he asks him that. You know, a girlfriend or something like this. You know, ask him. You know, and whatever you want. You know, you ask of me. So he says, you know, we know 3 pieces of land, 3 steps of land. Again, Sukra, you know, is out of his mind, Sukracharya. And so when, you know, in order for a promise to go forth, to be brought forth, you know, you need to, you know, get some water from the Kamandalu, you know, and from the... So Sukra, he goes, you know, so powerful. He puts himself in the, you know, in the little thing of the Kamandalu, so the water can't come out, you know. That is, the water is not coming out. So, you know, Brahma takes the straw and, you know, pierces his eye, you know, and then the water comes out. So Sukracharya curses Bali Maharaj actually to lose everything, which actually Bali couldn't care less. And he doesn't follow. This is one of the most important teachings in this particular lila. It doesn't follow the order of his guru. It does not. And Prabhupada explains, that's the only time when one can say, no, I'm not going to follow your instructions. If the guru is Ishvara Branta, or, you know, he is an offender of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or is overly materialistic, and it becomes an impediment in the spiritual life, then you can say, no, I won't follow your instructions. Like that. So, Bali, but you know, as we said, Sukracharya was a powerful personality. So Bali had a lot of courage, a lot of, say, liver, to go and say, no, I'm not going to follow your instructions. But it was justified. So even if the guru goes off, you know, the Supreme Personality of Godhead still will protect in those extreme circumstances. So, as we know, he gives them 3 steps of land. The first one, so he, from a dwarf, that's another thing. You know, he took the form of a dwarf, small, but then he enlarges like anything, you know. So to show that dimensions for him don't mean anything, you know. Space and time for the personality of Godhead are nothing. For us, it's everything. We are bound by space and time. Everything. The forms here are bound by space and time. But he is transcendental. Avajananti manusinthanumashritam parambhava majanantam. Yeah, the Buddhas don't understand that he has a transcendental form, that he is beyond space and time. Time also means that he can do something and takes no time in doing it if he wants. It's absolute. No past, present, and future. So he can do that. He can be andantarasta paramanu chayantarastam. You know, he can be in the atom, he can be enveloping the whole universe within himself, all the universes. You know, there's no point for him to talk about space and time. And he demonstrates it with this particular lila. With the first step, he goes to the higher planetary system. Second step, he pierces the universe with his toe. And the Ganges water comes down. Ganges water comes down. 2 steps. Now, this is very interesting. And this is, we're going to talk about Bali Maharaj, the glories of Bali Maharaj. Because Vamana is glorious, it's fantastic, it's the Supreme Personality of God. But as we know, Krishna, or the Supreme Lord, prefers that his devotees are glorified. The more that he himself is glorified. So what does he do? This is very interesting. Bali has given, Bali knew he would take everything, that he would take everything. But Vamana says, okay, you promised me 3 steps. You say 3 here, or 3 like the Americans, or 3 like the Russians, or whatever. 3, okay, we are the same. I'm also 3 like this. So he promised me 3 steps. So where's the 3rd step? You're a cheater. You cheated. Cheated me. So, I mean, remember that Bali Maharaj, amongst the 9 processes of devotional service, you know, there are 9 Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smara, etc. Then the ultimate is Atmanivedana, means surrendering everything. Now, for every type of devotional service, Shravanam is Parikshit, Kirtanam is Shukadev Goswami, goes on and on. Atmanivedana is Bali, because no one was, inclined to give everything completely like it did. But it's not finished, because what does Vamanadeva do? He says, 3 steps, you're only giving me 2. You're a cheater. So he bounds him with the ropes of Varuna, which, don't ask me what kind of rope it is, it's, Varuna, it's some kind of ropes. They must be very good ropes if Krishna uses it. So he is bound. He's bound, he was the emperor, he conquered Svargaloka, Hare Krishna, he conquered, everything, he gave everything, still is bound like an ordinary criminal in the midst of the assembly. Okay? Now the other demons, when they see that, they fight against Vamanadev, but Vishnu takes care of them. But now here we find Bali Maharaj bound in a humiliating situation. He is humiliated, bound. He can't move, in front of his wives, his children, says everyone. And what did he think? Bali said, he didn't say, Vamanadev, it's a little bit too much now, I mean, I've given you everything, isn't it a little bit exaggerated? He didn't think like this. He did not think like this. He felt, I haven't fulfilled my promise. He really, honestly felt like this. That means, I thought, why did he think? How is it possible that he would sincerely and honestly think like this? Because he was thinking, I was so proud that I thought that I could, offer something to Vishnu and satisfy him, and give him everything. But who am I, That's what he felt, just like, that's why we have to be very careful as devotees. I offer such a nice service, surely Prabhupada is satisfied, No, I said to him, be careful, don't think like this. Bali thought, I was so proud, I thought, yes, take the 3 steps. But I only took, what do I give now? I got nothing. And then he said, the only thing I think I have left is my head, but you can put it on my head. It was so embarrassing for someone who had gotten so much power, but still, he was so humble. He maintained humility and a surrendering attitude. Honestly, a surrendering. He did. Careful. It's not that he had read the Bhagavatam and he had read the Vamana Lila, so he knew how it's gonna, It's not like, you read the script. It's gonna be like this, but then at the end, and nothing like. No, he was in a very precarious, humiliating situation, embarrassing situation. Still, he said, put it on my head. In other words, I'm not worth anything. I don't even know if my head is worth for your third step. So what does Vamanadeva do? It pushes him down. I mean, one could think, if he hadn't known the intentions of the Lord, he said, come on, when they say that God is a little bit sadistic and it doesn't really, maybe something true there, It says, look how he's dealing with this poor Bali in this situation. But actually, he pushes him down. You know where? He pushes him in Sutala. There are different talas. Also, there are some Bilasvarga, they're called. They are subterranean heavenly planets. Talatala, Matala, okay. Sutala, and the low is Patala, and below is Narak. Now, below there is Pitriloka, and then also the hell. But Sutala, these are heavenly planets. Heavenly planets, they say, even better than the heaven, than the Svarga planets. Why? Because you don't see the sun there. It's illuminated by jewels, so you don't see the passing of time. While the Devas see the passing of time on the Svarga Loka. They, in the Bila Svarga, they don't see. So it's considered even better than Svarga. So he pushes him down, and what does Vamanadeva do? Becomes his doorkeeper. Doorkeeper. Which one of us, when we were children, thought, what do you want to do when you grow up? Doorkeeper. No, so I want to be a, whatever, fire brigade or pilot or whatever. No one says, I would like to be a doorkeeper, And so, because it is, someone's tired? No. Oh, okay. Okay, that's okay. So nobody, thought I want to be. Doorkeeper is a very humble service, right? Just like charioteer. Krishna is the charioteer of Arjuna. Charioteer is not in the fights, it was not a big thing, Become a charioteer. No, you might be Atirata, Maharata, something like that, But not a charioteer. When Karna went to Salya and he asked him, you want to be my charioteer? Salya said, wait a minute, I am an Atirata also. Why are you asking me? Well, because, Arjuna's got Krishna, so so wait a minute, and anyhow, whatever. So, because charioteer is, it's a humble position. So doorkeeper, but Krishna, Vamanadev, he is, happy to serve his devotee. And in this way, he glorifies him. So, to put him under all these tribulations, what was the purpose at the end? To glorify him. To say, look, someone who is so humble, so surrendered, so devoid of pride, so, Atmanivedana, then I become his servant. That is the end, that is the essence of the Leela. That, if one, and we can see this is a common denominator in the Leelas of the Lord. Well, he really wants to glorify his devotees, those special devotees. Can't imitate someone like this. Can't imitate it. In the 9 processes of devotional service, the first 7 we can practice, But the last 2, Sakyam, Atmanivedana, those are for liberated souls, practically. You can say, I surrendered everything Today I surrender everything. Okay. After 2 hours, you're there. Where is my croissant? Oh, I touched the nerve. You like croissants? Right? Okay.
I have my own.
Okay. So you can't. It's not anukara. You can't anukara anusara. You can't imitate these situations. We have to be. So we have to be very careful, because if we pray and we go overboard when we pray, thinking that we are eligible for stages of devotional service which we are not ready for, it may happen that Krishna says, okay, put him, show him at which stage he really is or she really is. Right? You know, just like Kunti Devi prays, give me more miseries, so I become, absorbed in you and take shelter of you. Be careful. I mean, it's not that you pray, give me more misery, and then the misery comes, you said, come on, it's a little too much, I was praying for some, but not this much, you know what I mean? And it's like, we have to be careful. Whatever we need for our advancement in devotional service, Krishna will provide. One devotee, one of the devotees in Nepal that preached to me, and I became a devotee, a big American boy, and he was a sannyasi at the time. He went to Prabhupada and asked him, what, once you're gone, you'll be gone, what if someone advances and needs? Prabhupada said, I will provide everything. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to do anything. I will provide everything you need. Okay? So this is a very important point. One should simply, humbly engage in devotional service. We are not body, but we cannot give universes, we can, whatever. We give whatever we have, simply, in a way that our mind is not disturbed. So we have to be very honest with ourselves, what we can do in devotional service. Rupa Goswami, for example, some devotees have problems with some regulated principles. So Rupa Goswami says, you chant, and then the regulated principles will come. Now, when one takes initiation, he promises. So he shouldn't take initiation if he has problems with the regulated principle. Okay? But if he chants, he comes to the point that the regulated principles can be followed. And, take initiation, then go on, I'm giving you everything, I'm giving you my house, and your wife is there. What? Oh, we are in the street, you can't do stuff like that. It happened that some devotees, mortgaged their house, just to give a donation, and, the families was out in the street then, It happened. I'm talking about real stuff, Don't do that, Do whatever. Krishna is not going to ask you for more than you can do and more you can give. Do that in a sober way, in a balanced way, and as much as possible. As much as possible. And possible. And if you do that, and you do it with a sincere heart, it's not that at the end, there is an archive. How much did he give? Well, he gave 300,222 euros. Oh, that way. The other one, he gave 12,000. 12,000. If the guy had 12,000 only, and that's what he could give, whatever. I'm talking about money, but anything of time, intelligence, skills, whatever it is. If he has given whatever he could give, as much as he could, then Krishna sees that. Bhavagrahi Janardana, he sees that more than one was given half a universe. You know what I mean? If he could give the whole universe like Bala. So, the whole heavenly planets, not the whole universe. So that's the point. The teaching here is do as much as you can, give as much as you can, be simply engaged in devotional service under the guidance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Guru Parampara, and Krishna will take care of you, will provide everything, will give you the intelligence to discriminate, the discernment to understand what should be done, how much should be given, whatever it is, He will give. And you progress peacefully on the path of devotional service till, go back to Krishna. Because that's the aim, right? So Vamanadeva really, gave some anxiety, but then offered himself to his devotee more than anybody could do. Krishna is the best and supreme servitor also. He is supreme in everything. Okay, thank you so much. Did I go over time? Must be because I came late. What is it? Now, 5:20. Are there any questions? Or there is Arctic now? Or what? Please.
You can have some questions maybe.
Some questions? Okay. Questions? Question, please.
How much cost this surrender?
How much cost?
How much cost this surrender to this?
I'll
Atmani
take you
Veda.
there. You can write a check for me, and this, surrender. She's in agreement. So it varies from person to person, But the common denominator, the thing which is same for everyone, is that you ultimately have to give your heart. You have to give your heart. You can't keep back anything. Ultimately, you have to give your heart. Saranagati, surrender. Now there are 6 aspects, but it takes a little bit to explain. But ultimately, one has to give his heart, and Krishna will bring you to that point. And you have to go along with Krishna's desire. If you go along with Krishna's desire, then ultimately, okay, the last, Hare Krishna. You give, and Krishna purifies you and takes you back, home back to God. Okay? Your heart. Not the physical one. It's not that you have to go and give it the heart, it's the consciousness. Okay, other questions? Yes?
Maybe I missed it, and if so, please excuse me, but the last step that Lord Vamanadev took was on the head of
Yes,
Bali
he
Maharaj.
pushed him down in Sutala.
Can you maybe shortly explain what was the meaning of that last step?
Well, I think it was, in one sense, the last form of humiliation. I push you down, I push you down, But it was instrumental to put him in Sutala and go and serve him. I mean, Vamanadev, as I mentioned, did things that externally could be seen as too much. Vamanadev, too much, poor Bali, and this putting the foot on the head, pushing, it's like, it's enough that someone puts the foot on your head, right? You say, come on, and I say, but if it pushes you down also, it's something. So, I'm coming. So, on one hand, it could be seen as that. And, but it's interesting, your question, because whatever Krishna does has also a repercussion on the mind of the agnostics, the atheists, the demons, which, it gives them the room, the faculty of saying, look at that God, look at God. you want to serve God like this, you know, that, you know, takes everything away, then pushes you down. That's like, you know, says, so just like Krishna, you know, he goes back to the spiritual world, but he leaves sort of form, you know, Jara, the hunter, you know, pierces him with a arrow. So you'll think, say it was a material form, you know what I mean? Krishna gives, you know, also those, he fulfills everyone's desire. Also those who want to criticize him, he gives them that. Okay, yeah, criticize. If you want to criticize, criticize. Okay, I'm giving you the reason for criticizing, you know, or whatever, apparent reason. So this whole thing that Vamana does, you know, it can be seen this way, that, you know, some atheist or agnostic or you know asuras, whatever it is, they can, you know, they have some reason. Okay, see what he does. Okay.
Specifically for Bali Maharaj.
Specifically for Bali, well, I would love to have Vamana Deva to push.
Yeah, it's quite special.
Lotus food that pushes me down, even if it pushes me back in Sicily or in Algeria or whatever. You know, if Krishna puts his foot on my head and he pushes me in Ghana or whatever, South Africa, Botswana, whatever it is, I love it. You know, so definitely Bali Maharaj wasn't feeling like, you know, a boot or you know, like a, you know, some climber's boot on his head. He was feeling, you know, the lotus feet of the Lord.
Yeah.
And that must be ecstatic. Must have been ecstatic.
Blessing.
That must have been ecstatic. I mean, he like that. As I said, his glory is that he never felt really humiliated or taken advantage or exploited by the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have one more. Yes.
I know a Dutch professor.
You know a Dutch professor, or
Yes.
you are a Dutch
And-
professor?
No, I'm not a professor. And he wrote about Mahatma Gandhi's life. And he told me he was reincarnating 20 times. In his former life, he was in the prison as a prisoner. And he had contact with Mahatma Gandhi when he was alive.
This
And,
professor
Yes,
that he incarnated 20 times.
that he told me.
He asked him for the identity card of each life, you know. Otherwise, you know, we may.
But and another man told me you are reincarnating till you are master, and after that you are lighting. Then you get eternal life.
Okay, good luck. You know? I mean, I can say good luck to this.
know.
But you know, I hope they chant Hare Krishna, because otherwise,
The second one is a Hindu.
Hindu?
Yes.
that's not enough.
No, I know.
Generally, it's not
Yeah.
enough. So, well, you had a question also?
Yeah.
What is the question?
Why does the descendants of Bhrigu's lineage are more helpful for the demons, Rakshasas?
Money. It's wealth. Just like we can see that when Parikshit is cursed by Shringi, no? He's cursed to die in 7 days, right? And Takshaka, the flying snake, no, it didn't fly like this, but you know, an flying snake, you know, come and bite him. The only one who could stop him was, who knows? Kasyapa, because Kasyapa Muni, you know, is one of the progenitor, and from him also the snakes come. You know, there are some original progenitors in the universe that, you know, I mean, we are accustomed, you know, if you have, you know, wife, if it comes out, the snake, say, woo, 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 woo. You know, it doesn't happen. But these progenitors, according to with whom they, you know, and what kind of species they have to generate, they can give. So Kasyapa could stop. But then he was given, there is also a painting, I think one of the Bhagavatams, maybe the Canto or something. I'm a BBT trustee, but I can't remember what the painting is. But where Kasyapa is there, you know, they painted him with a, you say, where you put the jewels.
Treasure?
Treasure chest, you know. Kasyapa with his treasure chest. And, you know, of course, they didn't give him, you know, euros or any, you know, or gold sterling, so gold, some, but he is pictured like that. So because of you know, bribe, you know, it doesn't stop the flying snake. So you know, the bribes and desire for sense gratification. Look at Sukracharya, you know. His position, his fame, his power, followers, you know, like this. Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim. You know, wealth, followers, and sex, you know, opposite sex. Even on higher level living entities, that is a problem. Kasyapa, you know, by the way, with Diti, Hiranyakasipu and Hiranyaksha, because he can't control, you know, it's like, you know, she goes, she does whatever she does, you know, Diti, and he falls for that. So, what can be done? The only way to be free, totally free from misery, is to give up, completely give up desire for sense gratification. And to be able to do that, one has to become a pure devotee of the Lord. Only a pure devotee of the Lord, an unalloyed devotee, is free from desire for sense gratification. And he is free from fear, and he is free from danger, in that sense. Okay? Yes.
One question. So at the end, Lord Vamanadev asked Shukracharya that whether the purpose of this yagna, which was being conducted by Lord Balimar, has been fulfilled or not. Maybe you can.
Well, you know, there is always, how do you say, like in the movies, you know, so you can go on and there is always part two, you know, whatever, you know, Back to the Future, part one, part two, but, you know, let's keep on the class that we gave today. Also because my battery is a bit low. Go ahead.
Yeah, you mentioned one time that Bali Maharaj wasn't following the instructions of his guru,
Yeah.
and that's the only one time. But there's also a time that the sons of Brahma,
Yeah.
the Kumaras, didn't follow the instruction to get married. Maybe you can tell a little bit about it.
Okay, now.
And that's the only two times that I know, and maybe there's
no,
more.
there could be others, but could be others like Priyavrata, you know, and you know, everyone said then you didn't want to follow, but then Brahma came, you know, it's like. So you know, to the Kumaras, they saw that we will become entangled. So Brahma, you know, okay, that's why I brought up Priyavrata, because Brahma has to create the universe. Okay, how does he do that? By sounds. Brahma emits sounds, which are not ordinary, and then you have and then he empowers, you know, some of his sons, or some of his sounds are taken by Vishwakarma that, you know, builds up a planetary system by building with a sound, I don't know, you know, just like, you know, incredible stuff. So his business is to populate the universe. Otherwise, what am I Brahma for, you know? Just Brahma is the creator. Now, he manifests the Kumaras after these other two guys that, they were not very good people. And he is expecting them to, follow his order. But then there is a higher order, become Krishna conscious, fully don't. So they are so advanced. When the Kumaras meditate in Tapaloka, Vasudeva, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Niruddha manifest from them. They are so advanced that they are, these four, aspects of Vishnu, of the Supreme Lord manifest. Vasudeva, Shankarshan, Pradyumna, and Niruddha. So they are inclined naturally, because to go for tapasya, they stay in Tapaloka, tapasya. Because of, real inspiration. And so they say no, but not to disrespect Brahma, because Brahma is also the head of the one sampradaya, but they got another sampradaya, the Kumara sampradaya. So, but they say no, because we, look, I got Vasudeva here, I got Shankarshan here, I got Pradyumna, Aniruddha, the four Kumaras. So, hey, we want to remain this way, So, of course, there is the Leela, that then they go to Vaikuntha, etc. But I won't go into that now. But the thing is that there is an higher instruction. And Brahma is not their guru, is their father. Brahma is there. And of course, that also is all, it's just like Krishna is the joystick, of the game, because when he becomes angry, tries to control his anger, but then he becomes angry and Rudra comes out, So, Brahma had to become angry so that Shiva could manifest through this, and Rudra could come out. So it's all, Krishna knows the script. Now, that doesn't mean that one can think he knows better than his spiritual master.
Yeah.
That his father maybe, the father, his father is. So, but the spiritual master, that doesn't mean, let me see if my spiritual master is materialistic, or is this, or is that, or, that is really offensive. One should not think in this way. Excuse me? Yeah.
You switch off it.
You're not in control. Okay. So, I mean, that could be a technical difference, with father or spiritual master. So one should not think he knows better. And especially in a simple situation, it has happened in ISKCON that some spiritual masters went materialistic, went cuckoo, as you say, strange. And the disciples, had suffered, but then they took shelter of Prabhupada, shelter of the Association of Devotees. Then that's why Prabhupada I'll enlarge the discussion to this point, and I think we'll close here. But, yes? Yes. So, why did Prabhupada create this institution? So that one is not alone, not even alone with his guru. It's different. It's not like it was in the previous ages. There's the Guru Parampara, I got my guru, he had his guru, and the relationship is with him, and bus, finished. isolated. No, it's a family. Call it institution, but it's a big family. So there are several spiritual masters, several, spiritual uncles, or, father, whatever it is. So if someone, it's an unfortunate situation, but if someone goes off, then you have the GBC body, you have which is made of older devotees, you have older devotees, sannyasis, people that can say, first of all, please don't go off. Please don't do it. But if it happens, then they can protect the other, they try to protect the other devotees, and the other devotees, their disciples or whatever, can take shelter of other devotees and find the protection that they need. That's why Prabhupada created ISKCON. So that because if one is alone with his guru, and the guru has a problem, so what do? Then it becomes a big problem. You have nobody to put your head, no shoulder to put your head on and ask for advice. So, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the patience, and I really made it, succinct for Vamanadeva. I hope Vamanadeva is not unhappy with me. But thank you so much again for the patience. And what's happening now?
His Grace Madhu Sevita Prabhu.
No, that's okay. I'm trying to say of course the deities are closed now, but in front of the deities, we don't glorify anyone. It's just, the Supreme Lord is here, and it's also for the protection. Prabhupada we can give, is with them, is on the altar, and but to protect the devotees. Don't get me going, otherwise, in the acharya, you're an older devotee.
It's kind of a custom in ISKCON to do it. It is kind of custom to do
yes,
it
I know,
when the
but,
speaker has spoken.
It's were you there in the 70s?
No, well, yes, but not in ISKCON.
Okay. Yeah, some people died for over-glorification.
Wow.
It's like, too much glorification. No, I thank you very much for the kindness, I appreciate it. But even in front of the deities was coming out, Gurudev, and everyone, no.
We appreciate that you are here. The curtains are closed still.
Okay, thank you.
Curtains are very
Okay. Come up to my level of tolerance. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Hare Bol. Okay, that's good. You understood that I'm old and critical. Okay. Okay.
So we're going to have Gaura Arti. Gentlemen can go on this side. Ladies on this side. Everybody can stand up.
You're the one. Okay.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Kirpai Jaya, Jaya Gaura Hari Bol. Thank you. अभय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इसकम बीबीटी फाउंडर चार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय निखिल प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य Divine Loving Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada की जय। जय निखिल प्रविष्ट ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य Asutar Satashi Srimad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai। Jai Nityananda Paramahansa Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajikacharya Astutar Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai। Jai Nityananda Paramahansa Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajikacharya Astutar Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai। Six Goswamis of Vrindavan ki jai। Parents name Srila Jiva Goswami Maharaj ki jai। Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana ki jai। Raja Kuri Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai। Shri Navadvi Mayapur Dham ki jai। Ganga Maya Muna Devi ki jai। Tulasi Devi Bhakti Devi ki jai। Sri Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki jai। Shri Karuna Nitai Gaurachandra ki jai। Iskon Amsterdam ki jai। Iskon Nederland ki jai। Iskon all around the world ki jai। All the living entities ki jai। For permanent all glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Namaste Narashimhaya. Jaya
Hare Krishna. More louder. Let's do the full mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All of us together one more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Srinath Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Shri Vaman Mahamotsav ki Jai. Vaman Dev Bhagwan ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you all. for coming and participating in our special Sunday Feast Festival today, celebrating Vamana Dwadashi, auspicious appearance day of Vamana Dev. Extremely grateful to our GBCs, I think they have left from. Chaitanya Prabhu and Madhusevita Prabhu came, Madhusevita Prabhu came from Italy, Chaitanya Prabhu from Bangladesh. Here, I believe, yesterday they came? Today. Yesterday evening, and then today they were here, tomorrow also they'll be in Netherlands, supporting and guiding us in ISKCON Amsterdam and also in larger part of Netherlands. So thank them a lot also for Madhusevita Prabhu for giving a wonderful lecture on Vamana Dev and surrendering ourselves. So let's thank Madhusevita Prabhu by Lord chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I see a lot of new faces, new people here. Please kindly raise your hand. We have a small gift from Srila Prabhupada to you. Maybe Ratimanjari Mataji would like to give to these new people. We have a lot of different titles. Are you okay?
This exaggerating the influence of old age a little bit.
Please keep your hands raised, and when you get your gift, please tell your name.
Yogesh.
Yogesh. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Vijay.
Vijay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Keep your hands raised.
People, please.
First time.
First time Masters Islam Islam.
Get a nice gift.
Pradeep. Hare Krishna, Pradeep.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Akshay.
Akshay. This is my first time.
There are more packages there.
Risha? Rishi. Mohit Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
That's village.
Okay, the people in the back.
Here now?
Jyoti, Hare Krishna.
This is Sue.
Sue, thank you for coming. Hare Krishna.
Jimmy, wow.
Even though they're
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Anybody else? Children. This is about Prahlad, but it's in Dutch.
Hare Krishna.
Rima. It's Rima.
Rima. Hare Krishna.
But it's probably also their first time here in Amsterdam, right? In Amsterdam, right?
No.
Yeah. So they should also get it.
You first time?
Hare Krishna. Done?
You got, no?
Yes. He came already.
You came before, but did you get it?
I came.
There is another person here. There's another person.
At the door. He came for the first time.
You're so enthusiastic.
Hare Krishna.
This is Shiv. He comes on Hari now. He has a very nice move.
Every time I will come.
What would you do? What's your move? Can you do the move? The move, he's got to move. Do it. This. Yes, he's doing it. Haribol!
Hare Krishna.
Haribol. Yes, opening up to Krishna. Here?
Yeah, just for in the door. He should get it. He should get a gift.
You're here first time. This is Ganesh's.
Ghanshyam Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Yes.
Hari Bol.
Transcendental books of Srila Prabhupada
Ki
ki
Jai. Hare Krishna. Today's wonderful Sunday feast is cooked by a group of devotees. It's a group which we cultivated since quite some time into cooking now, and they have made an amazing feast today. I used to lead this group, but today I was not a part of it. They managed it themselves. This group is Ganpati and Bhavya Mataji, Anchal Mataji, Lakshmi Mataji, Venkatesh Prabhu, and Namita Mataji. They have made really amazing prasada. Please be here. We'll be serving in this room. You can taste it. Wonderful decoration and services.
So many garlands today.
Amazing. Decoration also by you. Thank you so much.
Jai Bhajan.
Hare Krishna. So we have a quiet period coming in. Hare Krishna. Can you please come inside, close the door? Yeah, so that's better. Next month is a quiet period, but usually in Krishna consciousness, quiet period means we just plan for the upcoming things. In October, there will be a series of big festivals coming up with Lord Ramachandra Vijayotsava, and then Govardhan Puja, and Kartik starting, Sharad Purnima. Last year we had Keshav Maharaj coming and inaugurating our Kartik festival. At least as of now, the news is that he can't make it this year, but it's okay. We will manage ourselves. I'm still trying to somehow or other bring him, but we can and then maybe he can come. Otherwise, maybe somebody else. If not, we all are there. So we will manage. We'll have a great grand festival of Kartik opening. And we are starting a fresh project this year in Kartik. We have made a few different clusters in our outreach areas where all ISKCON Amsterdam is operating in different home programs and temple. And so the clusters are Amsterdam. The Amsterdam area includes Haarlem, Hoofddorp, these cities. There is an Almere cluster, Almere, Lelystad cluster. There is a cluster with Alphen aan den Rijn, Leiden. There is a cluster with Amstel Veen, Outhoorn, and a cluster with Eindhoven. So the goal is that every single day we'll be doing Damodarashtakam in different places in these clusters. So if you want to host Damodarashtakam, when devotees come to your place, any one day of Kartik, it runs from Srini, what was the date exactly?
Yeah.
October 16th? 17th till November 15th, something like that. So for 1 month, we want to do Damodarashtakam in all these 5 different clusters, every single day in different place. So that means in total we'll be doing like 150 Damodarashtakams in our different clusters. So if you want to host Damodarashtakam wherein people come, devotees come to your place, we bring givings, we bring up a veneration of Damodar, we do Damodarashtakam, we sing Damodarashtakam, give you some spiritual knowledge about the month of Kartik and Damodar. And then very simple, if you want to offer some prasadam or donation, that's fine, otherwise also it's fine. So we want to please think about it. Who all are there in your mind, and who all can host this? You want to host it yourself or your friends, or right? The idea is that every single day of Kartik for 30 days, we're having minimum 5 programs every day.
In the evenings, right?
In the evenings, yes. Something like 7 to 9, 7 to 8, something like that. So that's really an auspicious thing which we want to start this year. We humbly seek all of your blessings and prayers towards this effort, that lots of people come together to this programs and then get divided and then get connected to ISKCON Amsterdam, and then eventually we build a big huge temple. So we also decided last week, I told about it on Radhashtami, that we have made a conscious decision to announce about new temple every single week now. We will talk about it so that the deities hear it, you all hear it. We want from ISKCON Amsterdam a new temple, wherein we all can have much bigger space and much bigger ambience and much bigger, better neighbors and no problems. With the sounds, we can have better ventilations, and maybe 300 people can sit and sing and dance and all the nice beautiful things. So let us keep praying for this. Today is a very auspicious day. Usually when we seek something which is beyond us, Krishna is really happy. So this project is not just for one person, this is for the entire Amsterdam, in fact entire Netherlands, I would say for entire Europe. We rejuvenate Amsterdam, Europe gets rejuvenated. So let's build it. We all need to be really sending us a very strong positive prayers towards this one single project, which is the most important thing for us. So let us, if you don't mind, just let's, on the auspicious day of Dwadashi, let us please take a moment. Let's close our eyes. One single focus in our hearts. We sing Hare Krishna mantra together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's more louder, all of us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. May there be an auspicious temple in this comments tonight. Big. If you are here on this day, also please know that entire temple is run by volunteer contributions. We don't have money pouring in from India or Vrindavan or Mayapur or anywhere as such that we sustain this place. It's all run by volunteer contributions, meaning people like us. We all pitch in every month. Any auspicious day also that devotees contribute. You can contribute just whatever you like. As Madhuseta Prabhu was telling in the class today, you can give, he told some number, 300,000 some number. You can give that number or 12,000 or 12 euros. So it doesn't really matter, right? It's not about the number. But if you can give something to Krishna, today is really, really good. Bali Maharaj gave his entirety of existence to Krishna. Perhaps that's too much if we ask that, just give everything to us today. We won't do this. But if you can give something, which is a substantial, significant amount of your existence, your income or savings or whatever it is, if you don't want to give today, maybe next week, or if you want to give money, maybe a bag of rice or a bag of wheat flour or sugar or fruits or flowers or whatever, right? So Krishna is very happy with the loving devotional offerings which we do. So kindly consider this. To run this place, we definitely need finances. Every single thing costs money. We also unfortunately are in that ball game, so kindly contribute. It's for our own good. Not that Krishna is in need and he is Sveta Prabhu was also telling Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardana. So if you don't have anything, you offer in your heart, it's fine. But if you have something more than your heart, that's also will be useful. So anything else?
Yeah, Vaisheshika Prabhu, who's one of our teachers also, is a very fresh and empowered and a wise person. He says, he calls this preempted giving, because in the end, everything will be taken away from us anyway. So, when we like it or not. So if we, in our lifetime, if we are acknowledging who actually, that we have given, we have received everything. We didn't come with anything. We just got it and now we think it's mine. And I'll use it, I'll enjoy it. This is the Sanskrit mentality. But if we can, the more we can give in the service of the Supreme, the more free we will feel. And then we will be glorious, because it will uplift our spiritual self-realization. It's a very, very nice thing, and it's also intelligent, because in the end, Mrityu Sarva Harascha Aham. I am death, I will take away everything. So, just a little contrast. While we still can, let's give to Krishna. Let's give back.
Thank you so much. So if you would like to, then please approach us outside. We have a reception desk. There are a few Matajis will be there, and you can give however much you like, whatever you like. Otherwise, please come back. This place is there every single week. On Sundays we open, and Sunday feast from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Today we are running a little bit late because of Madhusevita Prabhu's arrival to the class. We apologize for that. So, Toshi, you have anything else to add? No? So we usually end our program with a small Vrindavan meditation. Today being Vamana Dwadashi, let us really sincerely pray to Vamana Dev, and may he attract our hearts. Eventually at some point of time we need to really make a choice. Where exactly my heart is, where exactly my consciousness is. And if we can offer it to Krishna, always remembering Krishna and never forget Krishna. Padma Purana tells, Smartavyaha sasatam Vishnur vismartavyam na jatu chet. Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. Rupa Goswami also emphasizes this a lot. So let us meditate on this simple aspect, which is always remember Krishna,
Never forget.
Never forget Krishna. So we'll tell it again. Always remember Krishna. Seems counterintuitive, two sentences, almost same meaning, but that's how Padma Purana tells it. Smartavya Hasarulam Vishnu, Vismartavyam na jatu chet. Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. So with that mood, let's keep singing day in, day out. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai
There's a little special boy. It's his birthday today, and we have gifts for him. It's Narayan.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna to you.
So we're gonna make lines here, so